Breaking. The Nobel Prize Committee has made a major announcement involving former U.S. President Donald Trump, triggering global headlines and intense political debate. The clarification comes after widespread speculation that Trump could receive, share, or be granted a Nobel Peace Prize following public statements from international figures praising his role in global diplomacy. The committee's statement directly addresses these claims and sets strict boundaries on how Nobel Prizes are awarded. While Trump supporters celebrate his foreign policy record, the Nobel announcement draws a firm line between nominations, recognition, and official laureate status. The controversy began after a Nobel Peace Prize laureate publicly suggested that Trump deserved recognition for his involvement in international negotiations and geopolitical pressure campaigns. The statement went viral, fueling speculation that Trump might receive a Nobel Prize indirectly or be added as a co-recipient. This unprecedented suggestion forced the Nobel Committee to respond publicly. Their announcement was not an endorsement or rejection of Trump personally, but rather a firm reminder of Nobel Prize rules that cannot be altered under any circumstances. In its official statement, the Nobel Prize Committee made it clear that Nobel Peace Prize cannot be shared, transferred, gifted, or reassigned once it has been awarded. The committee emphasized that Nobel statutes are final and legally binding. This means that even if a laureate personally wishes to give their prize to someone else, whether a political leader, ally, or former president, it is simply not allowed. The decision applies universally, without exception, regardless of political status or global influence. While the announcement does not mention Trump by name in the official statutes, it directly addresses the public debate surrounding him. The Nobel Committee stated that only individuals or organizations selected by the committee itself can receive the prize. No outside influence, public pressure, or personal offers from winners can change that decision. This clarification effectively ends speculation about Trump receiving the Nobel Peace Prize through any indirect or symbolic route. Donald Trump has long expressed frustration over not receiving a Nobel Peace Prize, especially given past nominations and his role in diplomatic agreements during his presidency. He has repeatedly argued that his achievements were overlooked for political reasons. Following the Nobel Committee's announcement, Trump responded by saying he would have accepted the prize if offered, but also criticized what he described as bias within international institutions. His remarks quickly reignited partisan debate online and across U.S. media. Supporters of Trump argue that the Nobel Committee's clarification proves the prize is rigid and resistant to recognizing unconventional leadership styles. They point to Trump's role in diplomatic pressure, peace talks, and international negotiations as deserving acknowledgement. Critics, however, say the announcement reinforces the importance of institutional independence and prevents the Nobel Prize from becoming politicized. The divide highlights how Trump continues to polarize global opinion, even in matters of international recognition. Political analysts note that being nominated for a Nobel Prize does not equal winning one. Thousands of individuals are nominated each year, including presidents, activists, and organizations. Trump has reportedly been nominated multiple times by supporters and lawmakers, but nominations alone do not influence final decisions. The Nobel Committee operates under strict confidentiality, and nominees are not publicly confirmed for 50 years. This secrecy fuels speculation, but also protects the integrity of the process. The Nobel announcement also serves as a reminder of how carefully controlled the Peace Prize remains. Unlike awards decided by public votes or political committees, the Nobel Prize follows procedures written into international legal frameworks. The committee stressed that no public campaign, viral moment, or political pressure can alter an award once granted. This statement was widely interpreted as an effort to prevent future controversies similar to the Trump debate. International reaction to the announcement has been mixed. Some world leaders welcomed the clarity, saying it protects the Nobel Prize from politicization. Others viewed it as a missed opportunity to recognize alternative approaches to diplomacy. Media outlets across Europe and the United States framed the announcement as a setback for Trump's long-standing pursuit of global recognition. Meanwhile, Trump allies accused the Nobel establishment of elitism and selective morality. Social media platforms exploded following the announcement, with hashtags related to Trump and the Nobel Prize trending worldwide. Supporters claimed the rules were being emphasized only because of Trump, while critics argue the clarification was overdue. Fact-checkers were also forced to intervene, as false claims circulated suggesting Trump had already been awarded or promised a Nobel Prize. The committee's statement helped shut down much of that misinformation. Experts in international law say the Nobel Committee had little choice but to respond publicly. Allowing speculation to continue could have damaged the credibility of the prize. By issuing a firm and neutral clarification, the committee reinforced that Nobel decisions are procedural, not political. This move may also discourage future attempts by laureates or politicians to influence public perception around Nobel awards. For Trump, the announcement represents another moment where global institutions intersect with his political brand. Whether praised or criticized, Trump remains central to international discourse long after leaving office. His supporters continue to argue that recognition is overdue, while critics believe the Nobel Prize should reflect broader humanitarian contributions rather than controversial leadership. The announcement ensures that this debate remains symbolic rather than procedural. The Nobel Committee also emphasized that it does not respond to lobbying, political campaigns, or public endorsements. Winners are selected solely by committee deliberation, based on their interpretation of Alfred Nobel's will. This reinforces the idea that no amount of influence or popularity can override institutional rules. In the Trump case, this principle was applied without exception, reinforcing the committee's independence. Historically, the Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded to divisive figures before, proving that controversy alone does not disqualify candidates. However, the process remains highly selective. The committee's announcement suggests that if Trump were ever to win, it would only happen through the standard nomination and selection process, never through symbolic gestures or public offers from others. The announcement may also impact future political discourse. Candidates and supporters may be less likely to frame Nobel Prizes as political validation tools. By drawing this line clearly, the committee has reaffirmed that the prize is not meant to be a political weapon or bargaining chip in global power struggles. As Trump continues to campaign and influence political narratives, the Nobel announcement adds another chapter to his complex relationship with global institutions. Whether viewed as exclusion or neutrality, the decision ensures that the Nobel Peace Prize remains separate from partisan battles, at least procedurally. For the public, the announcement offers clarity amid speculation and misinformation. It confirms that Nobel Prizes are governed by rules, not personalities. While debate over Trump's legacy continues, the Nobel Committee has made it clear that process matters more than pressure. In conclusion, the Nobel Prize Committee's major announcement closes the door on indirect recognition for Donald Trump, while keeping the standard process intact. The message is clear. Nobel Prizes cannot be transferred, shared, or politically negotiated. As global attention moves on, the controversy leaves behind an important reminder. International institutions still draw firm boundaries, even in the face of the world's most polarizing figures.